Greetings, I'm Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark. Today's Megabyte comes from a book that I wrote entitled, You Can Do Amazing Things. In this book, I talk about you have the power to create. How do I know this? Because you have been made in the image of God. You are just like your Father. You can love because your Father loves. You can sacrifice because your Father sacrificed. And also, you can create because your Father created. Well, there are those that will say, well, how do I create a business, create a job, create a life, create a family? How do I create money? I'll tell you how. You got to speak it. You got to write it. You have to imagine it. And then you got to work it. You got to do it. You got to labor and produce it. But it starts with imagining it, speaking it, writing it. There is a very real world. It's the spirit world. And the way you tap into it is through your mind. Thought and spirit at times could be synonymous terms, even interchangeable. Something that you can imagine, something that you can think. That's something that's spiritual. It exists, but it's intangible. How do I get it from the thought world or the spiritual world into this world where I live? You got to speak it or write it. After you speak it and then write it, then you do it. You perform it. You create it. You develop it. You flesh it out. You forge it. You make it come into existence. You have the power to create. And so expand your imagination through pictures, through what you put in front of yourself, through what you allow yourself to hear. And from your imagination, begin to speak some things, begin to write some things, and then don't be lazy. Work it out. Work it out. Flesh it out. Make some phone calls. Meet some people. Talk it out. Write it out. Get some help. Because you have the power to create. I'm Bishop Eric Kincaid Clark, and this has been your Megabyte.